777, I'm feeling lucky. She said.
What's up, y'all? We back. Now let's get into PRETTYP's tea. What we sipping on? Well, we got some 818 today.
Okay.
And we already poured up our shots. Yay. Come on, y'all.
Get it in.
Ooh, I just spilled mine.
Ooh.
Let's get it.
First up, we got Miss Keke Palmer herself. Now, y'all know. Ooh, y'all, hold on. Let me get paper towel. I can't give y'all the tea if my hands is covered in liquor. I'm sorry. Alright, so Keke Palmer, she fought for full custody. And she won. Thank God. But let's just really, like, I guess, well, I'm all over the place.
It's a shot.
It's a shot.
The shot gets you loose.
Alright. Boom. So she filed for full custody because of the domestic violence situation between her and her baby daddy, Darius. I don't know his last name, nor do I care. So he was putting his hands on Keke, and she showed the footage in court. Like,
now, was it footage or was it still pictures?
There were still pictures that she used as evidence in the court.
But it was an actual, like, video.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So let's just take a look at the pictures. They're kind of crazy. You can see. So look, she's on the couch and he has his hands on her neck or on her, pinning her down on the little chair.
Jeez.
We're going to show these for y'all. And then this one, look, he's like dragging her. Crazy. And then this one, you see, he's behind her, walking up the stairs.
His hand on her.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So these photos, along with other ones, were shown as evidence in the court to defend her case. She won that case, and now she has full custody of her son. So congratulations, Keke.
Yeah, shout out Keke.
Very happy for her for that. Those are deserved, and it's not easy to win. But everyone, they're kind of like saying her mom is doing too much because she
I was about to say, are we going to get into the mess of it?
Yes.
Because now the mamas is going at it.
Yeah, the mamas is going at it, and I don't know, like, everybody talking about her mom doing too much, but y'all know my mama. If something like that happened to me, what she would do.
If that happened to your child.
You know, you already know my sister, your mom,
exactly.
We all in there.
Exactly.
So
it's just like, it's a mother's protection. Like, that's going to be the reaction of any. I feel like anything of that extent would be a natural, like, mother's reaction.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just another one of those people like to talk when they want to talk.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, whatever. She won. She got her victory. Now it's just, you know, of course, that healing needs to take place, you know.
Of course.
I think people need to give her space and just respect, like, what she's going through because...
what she's gone through. That was, you know, and you can't imagine how long that had been going on.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So.
That doesn't just pop up out of nowhere after years or anything.
Right. I believed her from jump, you know, like, because we don't hear about her or her personal life this entire time.
Right.
She's been in the industry. And so, you know, overall we can tell, even though we don't know her personally, we can tell, like, she's a good person and, like, what she stands for. So when she speaks up or speaks out against something, you know, I'm going to have her back, and it's nice to see that society had her back as well.
Yeah.
So.
Well, a lot of times in those same situations of, say, domestic violence, you still normally get a split on people of believing her, those that'll believe her, and then those that'll believe she's just making it up. Where, you know, they'll come up with every excuse in the book, like, why had she never said anything before, blah, 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 all this stupid stuff, where you know of many women being in that type of situation that they don't speak on it, you know, for years, most times.
Right. But yeah, so again, we are happy for Keke, but we got to move on.
Yes.
So next in the pot, we got Will Smith.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Now apparently, child, he was doing the bending. Let's take a look. Okay, no, for real now, let's take a look. Because apparently his best friend / former assistant was spilling the beans. Okay, real quick though. If you're the best friend, why are you telling? Okay, whatever. Apparently,
there's got to be money involved. You know,
man, I don't know. Apparently, he walked in on Will Smith and Dwayne Martin having anal sex, and
as
quote
the
unquote
friend said,
he was murdering him. Just a little glimpse of this video.
And I saw sexual acts that I walked in on.
Who'd you walk in on?
Him and Dwayne Martin.
Okay.
Hollywood is the hurry up and wait game. So 3 minutes later, after them telling me, "Hey, you got eyes on Will. We need him to come watch this." So I'm running all over the studio. He's not in his dressing room. I go to the cafeteria. I'm like, "What?" But I see his car there. I'm like, "Where's this guy at?" So now I'm holding Dwayne down too. So I have the keys to his dressing room. So I'm like, yo, and they're calling I'm on walkie-talkie and they calling my cell phone. Yo, we need to get Will here. I'm like, yo, kind of fucked down. Like, I'm trying to find this. Like, this is unlike him, right? So, all right, I open the door to Dwayne's dressing room, and that's when I see Dwayne and having anal sex with Will.
Let me process that for a second.
There was a couch, and Will was bent over on the couch, and Dwayne was standing up, killing him, murder, like murder. It was murder in there.
Murder.
Okay, y'all. So.
Murder.
And then the picture. Let's bring it back to the picture.
That's exactly how he was.
That is exactly how he was. That's crazy.
Was that the look he had on his face at the same time?
Probably. He was probably facing the window.
What gets me is this dude, when he said murdering, it was like, that's like he can still see it in his mind. Like, he cannot get that visual out of his head.
Imagine walking into something like that.
Yeah.
What I'm wondering too is, okay, when did this happen? Was this while he was married to Jada? Was this while Dwayne Martin was married to Tisha Campbell?
They've been married for so long. They got 2 kids together.
Yeah, but their history goes back. Dwayne Martin too goes back so far, and because there was a time I don't think Dwayne Martin and Tisha Campbell are married anymore, are they?
No,
I think they got divorced.
Yeah, they did.
So it's like, did this happen while they were married? Or was this after that? I'm like, there's so many years in there that I'm just like, when did this happen? You were like, it was on a set of a movie? What movie was this?
Like, it was so bad, y'all had to do it at that very moment. Like,
couldn't wait till you got home?
So, they had to get Jada's response on this, right? And she didn't have much to say other than they're suing. So this story, it shall be continued, of course. We always know they're going to trend, but it just blows my mind. I never would have thought. It all kind of makes sense now. Jada been wilding, all this Alcina, just Will staying quiet this whole time.
It does put a lot of things, start to make things kind of connect when you start thinking about things that have happened.
Yeah.
Where you're like, wow, that kind of makes sense now.
Right. So, I don't know, Will.
Yeah, because the only thing that came out is the statement from Will's team that basically said that it was ridiculous.
Yeah, I bet.
The statement was ridiculous.
Is it? Because you hear a lot of Hollywood stories. Remember Cat Williams stand up? And he was talking about walking in and seeing 2 niggas kissing and stuff like that. So it's like, there's a lot that happens in Hollywood that the public doesn't know about.
No, that's very true. And that's why we're just not hearing about a lot of other things. Like, getting off of Will Smith, like, we're also hearing about P. Diddy.
And you see how quick he settled that.
He did.
And what was settled? When will we ever know that? Was it $30 million that he gave?
That's what she was suing for, but when it's usually when it gets settled, A lot of times it's less than what the lawsuit was for. So, I mean, it could have been 20 million. It could have been 15, 10. We don't know. Eventually, I'm sure the amount will come out. Which, knowing Diddy, there'll probably be an NDA on there where Cassie will not be able to speak of anything on there with taking the money. That's how usually these things go. When they get settled like that, there's an NDA clause involved, and that person can't speak on it.
Else, though.
Yes,
Sued.
she's already said,
like,
put stuff out there, which I think that probably helped made her want to settle because she already put some of that out there.
Right.
And that explains why Kim mysteriously died. Because she had a book coming out, right?
Mm-hmm.
To tell her story. Who knows what he did to her? Now all of a sudden,
so did Heavy D before he passed away.
Yeah, like,
and it was another person who passed away who was all a part of Bad Boy.
Right.
And P Diddy's the only one remaining.
Right. You know what? I believe everything, and this video that we're about to show y'all really solidified it for me. Like, it's just a little glimpse of Diddy and Cassie at the red carpet. I don't know what award show it was for. However, if y'all just take a look, watch Diddy's face. We're going to show this clip about twice. Pay attention to his mannerisms, his gestures. This is really disturbing to me. And crazy how this is all right in front of our faces this entire time. So just take a look.
I wanted to ask you, can't wait to see 3 a.m.
Yes.
The controversy.
Yeah.
How can we get a tape of this?
Oh, I'm going to send it to you. I will email it to you.
Email me the whole thing.
Yes,
I love it. I love that you're constantly crushing the glass ceiling or crushing the black ceiling.
Yes.
You're one of the first.
Alright, I'm going to take it back to the beginning.
Right.
Pay attention.
Right in front of the headset.
Thank you so much.
You see that look?
I wanted to ask you, can't wait to see 3 a.m.
Yes.
The controversy.
Yeah.
How can we get a tape of this?
I'm going to send it to you. I will email it to you.
Email me the whole thing. I love it.
That nervous laugh said it all. Like, that's crazy. It's the way he looks at Cassie as she shakes his hand, as if they're not on the red carpet, as if he's not sitting down. Like
that's some R. Kelly shit type shit right there.
Like, you're intimidated by anyone possible. You got to show your dominance to everyone like that.
He has to show it to her. Notice that wasn't directed towards the guy. It was directed towards her.
Yeah, right.
It's more of know your place, don't step out of line type of thing. He was letting her know with that look that she stepped out of line. Where she probably, if she wrote a book or something, you probably hear about what happened that night after that.
Right.
Where it probably wasn't a good night for her.
That's so crazy, y'all.
That's what that look. That was all in that one little look.
Technically, so she's sued for sex trafficking, human trafficking, sexual battery, sexual assault, sexual harassment, hostile work environment, and much more. And that was just from what I read in the docket, and then some research I did on TikTok. I guess there's more that she sued for. That's just a list right there in itself. I don't know. I hope there's not another DNA involved because I need to hear it. Because it's so crazy.
You have to, and you better hope for or pray for her because. If like what she said about that story about with Kid Cudi and having his car blown up.
Well, he was on there and said
He confirmed that it happened.
It happened.
They're not saying that Diddy did it, but they're saying at that same time what she's talking about, Kid Cudi's car did blow up.
Right.
So you're hearing a lot of stories with Puffy that's coming out and he did do. I'm sorry, he is guilty.
Now I'm just curious with Carisha. So okay, if we just play it back, this entire timeline of Diddy and Carisha, their whole little, we can call it a relationship, whatever. At first it was they're respecting the privacy. They're not saying too much, and that was cool with us. We can respect that. But now I'm starting to think, is she going through some stuff too? Has she purposely withheld or not letting us in her business because there is some stuff going on? There's money involved because she openly has told us that she gets paid for certain things. He invests in certain things. So is there something maybe that we don't know about?
I think there's a lot that we don't know about. And when I say even just not
she can't
Hollywood,
even
but
tell
the
her
music
story
business.
right now.
Right, yeah.
You do the music
She's
business.
stuck.
That a lot of them, I mean, like when you listen to Surviving R. Kelly, if you ever watch that, and to hear those stories from those women of what they went through, you know, and sitting on the outside, you know, you could be like, why'd you do that? There's no way, you know, but you're also not in that same situation to know what mindset they're in at that time, what type of manipulation is used against them.
Right.
You know, some people are really good at that, manipulating other people, you know, and really just getting in their head and really screwing their head up, you know.
Facts. I don't know. I'm praying for everyone who was like involved, who got some type of trauma they can't speak on right now. I'm praying for Diddy, kid. You need help, bro. That's crazy. All these allegations, and then you quietly settle it within a day of the lawsuit. That's sketch. And then you got
he's got the money for that,
right? He does. And then it's like you got the nerve to have your team post. This doesn't basically mean that he did it. Like, okay, all right.
And there's no consequences really. He paid some money just to basically for her to shut up and move on.
Like, we're gonna forgive, but we're not.
Yeah,
we're not.
But you know, you've heard all the stories of what Diddy does with new artists trying to come into the business, what he's done to them, you know, and stories of with Usher, and you know, so God knows how many unknown artists that probably went through hell dealing with Diddy during those times.
So yeah, with that, looks like we're all out of tea for today.
777, I'm feeling lucky.